Excellent. Action. Hi. I'm Alexander Dugas. Anyway. So we've isolated the arm away from the body in some form or fashion. Let's say we got the trap, whatever. Boom, it's locked in here, and I want to attack my opponent's neck of some sort, right? And this also works if I don't have this thing trapped. But let's talk about chokes for a second. In fact, I'm gonna get out of here. You can stay right there. We're gonna talk about the rear naked choke. Okay. So like. Super effective choke, obviously. One of the most fundamental chokes in Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe the most fundamental choke in Jiu-Jitsu. And a lot of aspects of it are pretty misunderstood. Where a lot of people screw up, let's talk about the sticking points in general, right? Number one, this arm doesn't go deep enough, right? So they get like this far. So it's like my forearm is in front of the throat. Now, you can forearm in front of the throat a guy, like that's an option. But the reality about the forearm in front of the throat is it's like inherently defendable, right? When you block airflows, you just have to open up airflows. You see what I'm saying? You're not really like to choke somebody out based on blocking their airflow would take a long time, right? To choke somebody out cutting off the blood supply does not take that long. So the degree of urgency is significantly higher when you do this choke correctly. So if I have it here, I'm not going to put a ton of pressure, but like they're trying to windpipe choke here, it's like you feel like that's just kind of on your throat, right? At this point, he just starts pulling down on my wrist, and we're in this fight, and it's like you could basically alleviate that enough to where it's not comfortable, but you're not getting strangled, right? Right. Even if it's behind the head and all this. So that's number one. First largest mistake that people make. The arm doesn't get deep enough. So we know we want depth. I want to pummel this arm all the way through to where my elbow should pretty much be lined up with the tip of his chin. I want to be able to cup his trap back here, guys. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Another place where people screw up on this is that this is like the classic thing, and we all kind of got taught this at the beginning, like early on. So it's like it's understandable. I'll listen up on that. It's understandable why, but it's kind of silly. It's like a lot of people do like this thing. I mean, guys, if I like put this arm here, like what is he gonna do?
Grab
Grab
that
this
arm.
right? And then he grabs a hold of this arm. Go ahead and grab a hold of the arm, and I'm like, coach, I'm stuck. I'm not going to give him, like an impolite gesture. Okay. What I want to do, guys, is I want to fold my arms because I'm cool. So I have my choke, and I'm just gonna put my palm over my knuckles, and I'm gonna fold my arms because I'm cool. Put on sunglasses, right? I also want to make my hands like two little flying doves, or I guess one flying dove, flying away. So I'm here, palm over knuckles, flying dove, and I'm cool. Right? You guys see that? Another way to think of it is like I'm threading a needle. It's another problem too, because if like John, do you ever press your head in the back of me, right? And he's like pressed in. If I try to like fish this back here, it's not gonna work. But if I go ahead and keep that pressure on me, if I just pummel that straight through, that'll go in. Okay. Third thing we want to adjust that a lot of people make a mistake on. A lot of people turn this palm to the back of the head, and their operative way of finishing this choke is like a press. You can ask John. Now, I'm not putting a ton of pressure, but you can ask John. This is pretty much just stretching on your neck, right? Right. This is not a neck stretch. It's not what a rear naked. It's not called a rear naked stretch, right? It's a choke. What I want instead. Oh, and also there's another problem with this actually. Before I go into that, is do me a favor, reach up and pull this arm off the back of your head. Oh damn it. Okay, hold on a second. I'm a brown belt. I'm pretty good at jiu-jitsu. I should be able to stop that, right? Okay, cool. Let's do that again. All right, go ahead. Ah! Oh darn it. Okay. Instead, guys, what I'm going to do is take the back of my hand and shelf it behind the back head. If you guys remember Kata Hajime, we talked about the same principle, shelving the back of the hand behind the head, right? So, I'm here, thread the needle. I want the back of my hand behind his head. Do me a favor, John, and like pull that hand over your head. A lot harder, right? It wedges right in there. Okay? Now, this is where we get to the cool stuff. Once again, this is what I'm going to put some pressure on your neck now, okay? This is what a lot of people do to try to finish the choke. They might even make that sound. And like, that'll kind of choke the guy, but if we're in a dogfight and he's just like pulling on my, so you're pulling my elbows down, like go ahead and give me some resistance. And I'm trying to do this, it's like, that's just not going to fire. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to gas out my arms. He's eventually going to take advantage, get an angle, and get out of here. I'm not choking him by pulling back Okay? Why would I pull back? Like I already created a wedge. Like I've already like locked him in here. Should not have to pull back. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to listen to the back of his head like a seashell. I'm going to puff my chest out, and then I'm just gonna flex my muscles. That's it. That's it, guys. That's rear naked choke. That's all it takes. So I'm here. I have my positioning. I listen to his head like a seashell. Sounds like the ocean. I'm going to puff my chest out, and then I'm going to flex. If I need a little bit more heat, so do me a favor, give me that same degree of resistance you had. And I'm here. I'm going to drive his chin to his chest. Oh, you okay, boss?
Mm.
Invisible opponent. Got the choke through. Right, so we're here. So flying Dutch. Now I'm cool. Listen to a seashell. I'm going to tighten up, puff my chest, flex my muscles, right? You guys can't see because my arms are already so large, but